Hello everyone, I'm Raul and welcome back to live streaming. Today we carry on with this part of the face and we're drawing the mouth. As you can see, I put also the color red pencils for the mouth. So today we're working with chestnuts for the lips, pink, bluish pink and deco pink. We need to combine these four colors to achieve the close to the reference photo lips drawing. Let's go further slowly to finish with this part. So we're staying on HB grade. If you remember yesterday, we draw already a part. And we carry on with outlining. As you can see, I have already my blank paper to maintain my drawing clean, so I move this paper where I need to move my hand. This part of the skin is very light, so today we're working on the mouth and we carry on with the skin. Now we can add a bit pressure on this part. On this part of the crown. Now we know where it is. And will be part of the head drawing in this area. Now we need to do almost the same part here, but not that much shadow, so just a little bit shadow. We're going by shade and mix together with this gradient already made. We need to carry on with the skin. I'm working with Graphgear 1000 for this part. Hello everyone, welcome back. George, art by Sue. And everyone to enjoy our live streaming. As I told you guys, the skin will be in graphite pencil and the rest of the things will be in colored pencils. Today we're working also with soft brush. Cotton buds in case. And as you can see guys, I put the lips drawing color red pencils here. So we have 4 of them. If you don't have this, it's not a problem. Try to find appropriate color on this side. I will show you how to draw realistic lips step by step. I'm looking for shadows now. Don't forget guys, if you have any questions, just in case if you're struggling with something, I'm here to help. For the first layer of the shadows, I'm using HB grade, Graphgear 1000. We're working very light for the first layer. Thank you very much for continually posting the artwork, the steps made. You do a very good job, guys, so keep going. I build the second layer to add the necessary shadows. Because it's too much dark here, I don't need so dark, so I'm coming with kneaded eraser and I try to highlighting a little bit. How to highlight this part if it's too dark? I'm going with dotting with kneaded eraser very light. As you can see, I remove from very dark tone a little bit and still in gradient. Just touch light the paper with this kneaded eraser. You will see the result. If you don't have kneaded eraser, try to use eraser. Any eraser you have, like Tombow Mono Zero eraser or anything like, and go very light on the paper. As you can see, I changed it a little bit from dark tone to lighter. We don't need too much dark tone on that side to make the perfect skin and shape. For the first step, I'm using soft makeup brush for the darker part. And remember, if we need to go a little bit far, we carry on with soft tissue or cotton buds. Cotton buds will be a longer way to do. I'm gonna use soft tissue for this, or you can use toilet paper. I'm going light to add this part and try to mix together with the rest of the graphite. As you can see, in this way I can do a little bit around the skin and making a little bit like 3D. Also prepare very light the bottom side of the mouth. We don't want the skin till we don't finish the mouth. So if we finish the mouth, we're coming very light with skin also. So staying on this step now, and we start to draw colored mouth in a minute. Also, I take a little bit time to thank you very much for beautiful comments on my newest piece. As you can see, I'm working hard on Tangled. I love that Disney movie, and it's a very beautiful colored portrait that I'm working with. So thank you very much for beautiful comments, guys, and for support. We're adding dirt on only where is necessary, guys, not everywhere. As you can see, start build a gradient on the face. It's like this part of the crown pressing the cheek. We're moving now to draw the mouth, how to draw the realistic mouth, and we draw today step by step. So I will show you my way to draw, and I have these colored pencils ready with me. So I'm going to draw first the line in the middle of the mouth with the darker tone than I have here, chestnut. How to draw the line? If you remember, when we draw mouth, we draw like a dot in the corner of the mouth. But be careful, very light. We need to add more grades and more colors over. Also, we're adding graphite pencil as well. Don't worry, guys, if I am a little bit fast for you. You will see upload this video after we finish live streaming, so you have a lot of time to learn by the video. So for me, this part is about the chest knot. As you can see, I have the colored part here. My way to go is by small circles, dots in case if I need. I do a dot in the other side of the corner of the mouth, and I go slowly to mix together this line, but be careful for the shape of the mouth. As you can see how light I'm going with this colored pencil. If I'm going like this, I can add more colors over. Easy. Right, we have this part for the mouth. I'm not coming with dark tone yet, even if I need to add a little bit graphite over. I'll carry on with the next one. And now, starting from light, we start to add layers. I'm starting with Deco Pink, which is the lighter, and I'm lining from the outline to the top side of the lip. But be careful for the highlights. I'm checking also the highlights, guys. very light layer, even with this, because we need to make this mouth and lips looking realistic. As you can see, starting from the outline in the middle of the mouth, I'm going slowly to add some lines to the top side of the lip. And if you remember, we don't draw this line, because my way to draw realistic lips is by pushing the colored pencils or graphite to the top. Hopefully you understand my way to do, because I want to see your drawing for this lesson. If we're happy with the design, we just need to add more colors and build the gradients. Hopefully guys you had a good day, and we come back for drawing for live streaming. I need to add this a little bit dark tone, so I'm coming one more layer. And starting from the line, I'm going to add another layer, but this time I'm going very light, only halfway. We not draw the details yet. We have to wait till we're happy with the colored part of the mouth. And after that we can add the details. As you can see, slowly we build a realistic mouth. I'm going with this first light color close to the graphite. As you can see, I outlining very light so I can see the shape, the perfect shape. I'm going to add this pink, which is deco pink, close to that part. If I'm happy with the shape, I erase unnecessary parts. So now I'm using Tombow Mono Zero eraser. This time I'm using the rectangular, because I will use the round one for the highlighting the lips. How to erase this line? We not erase like this, because as you can see we have a little bit graphite for the preparing the skin close, so when I shade the face I move a little bit graphite, and that one is very helpful. So this way to erase this line is by lining in this way, very light. Don't worry if you erase this, we have already the shape, so we can go with colored pencil. I use the outline, the top side, very light, only to have a guide. I will clean the paper. Oops. You have the colored pencils here. If you try to look in your set for the colored part, try to look same as this, colored pencils. I'm going light on an outline as graphite is already erased, and I build the perfect shape, a little bit round on the top. I'm going by light circles. And I add very light lines so I can make the perfect shape. I selected this light color red pencils so I can make close to the reference photo, very light, is not lipstick, is the real color of the lip. Now we start to adding a little bit colors inside. Always be working with colored pencils. I'm using always clean brush. Now I'm going on a second to add a little bit dark tone, and this is bluish pink. I have here bluish pink. With this, I'm looking to dotting and lining where is necessary for designing the lip. I draw only a few lines on the top. And from the outline, of course, to the top. Follow my steps. Also guys, you have reference photo, so check the reference photo for the necessary colors. Always in the corner of the mouth is lighter part, so we're not going with this colored pencil to the end. Remember, very good sharp pencils will make very good base or drawing. With these colored pencils, guys, it's not like a graphite pencil to coming too much with eraser to highlighting. We need to be careful when we draw with colored pencil to let the part for the highlights. As you can see, we draw the top side of the lip, of the mouth, we draw the top lip, and after that we're going on the bottom. We are right with this color, so we're going for the next color, which is pink. As you can see, I have here, this one is bluish pink, and we're going on the pink. And slowly we're going to the darker to add necessary shadows. As I told you, it's lighter on this part. I'm going very light. As you can see how beautiful we can draw natural and realistic, guys, if you're going light with our pencil. No pressure at all. And just repeat more layers, which is more colors. I will coloring this part of the line now, before to coming with the next color. As I told you, is pink. I'm coming with graphite pencil over to add a little bit dark tone on the middle line. As you can see, guys, if I did the first color before, it's still visible, that color. Chestnut. I'm coming with blending stone very light over this to blend a little bit, because it's about the graphite over the colored pencils. You will see how easy and soft you can blend. So if you want to make softer your drawing, if you add a little bit graphite over, everything is blend nice. Daddy Jam. You're angry. Now I'm coming with pink and I'm adding half of the lip, the dark tone for the shadows, but be careful, also very light, mixed together with the first two grades, Deco Pink and Blush Pink. I'm going only half part of the lip, because always the half part of the lip is darker, and also the bottom lip as well. You will see, guys, when we start to draw the bottom lip, it will be more easy because we have already the middle line did. Try to rotate always the pencil to see what's happened, how easy you can draw the details and also the shadows. And of course I'm losing the pencil close to the corner of the mouth because I need lighter part. We need to work on the top side as well, so very light. We're going to add the necessary lines, building the perfect shape of the lip. As you can see, guys, how light I'm going and my way of draw. If it's necessary, we're dotting and lining for details. Now you see why I not draw the top side line of the lip, because I don't like, if I make like that, I will break my drawing, it won't be realistic looking. If I do this way, just lining light, you will see how realistic lip you can draw. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Let's learn to draw realistic. With this part of the pencil, I'm going crossover. If you remember when I do a tutorial on TikTok page, on my TikTok page when I was live broadcast, I erase crossover with that one. Now we need to draw. I'm draw with this pink a little bit, cross over so I can add extra details, but of course very light. All this part of the mouth we're drawing very light. If you add these small lines over, crossing this first one, you will see how realistic your mouth looking. And because I need a little bit darker only on the middle part of the mouth, I'm coming with the last one, which is chestnut. This chestnut is going close to the brown. It's not brown, it's going close to the brown, but has some red inside mixed together. Thank you very much, Eric. By lining, I'm adding this part only quarter part for the mouth, which is only 1 millimeter for this drawing. If I'm lining with this and I'm coming with these details, the shadow inside of the mouth is looking realistic. Try to find my way. And draw by my techniques to see how nice you can draw. Also guys, as you know already, I started with Tangled and I love that drawing as well, and it will be posted every night on TikTok page. A short video for that process. Hope you enjoy and you like my new drawing. Remember, it will be for sale as well. If anyone is interested, let me know. Look at that, only a little bit inside of the mouth with this chestnut. We make the mouth looking realistic, like 3D round. We're adding a little bit on the top side, but we're not drawing like this, the line. We're just dotting where it's necessary for details. Remember, this is the darker tone, don't press at all. As you can see, I draw in that way. I don't need to add any highlights because I respected the highlights before. Let's see guys, for the first part of the lip, how close I go, and I will show you my trick to make this smooth, soft inside of the mouth. Thank you very much, George. Thank you very much, my love. Wow. I enjoy also guys with this drawing. So I put the tablet here so you can see. Look, I have this line made darker. I made this line darker. I have this part, like a quart part for the mouth, darker, I made darker, and the top, as you can see, very light line. I go with pencils with a lighter tone. Let's see how we can blur this part to make soft and realistic. We need to blend this, and for this I'm using soft brush, my specialty soft makeup brush. I clean before start because I'm working with graphite pencil always, so I need this clean as well. I have blank paper and I clean on blank paper, just a little bit. Now, starting from the outline, which is inside of the mouth, I go on the top a little bit. In this way, I will smooth the colored pencils. But remember, not blending stump, not cotton buds. If you want to make this realistic 3D looking, try to find perfect way with soft makeup brush. This one, it will not cover your highlights and will smooth very well your paper. Remember, I'm changing the position and the way when I blend on the half part for the mouth. And very light, I'm going to ending this part, which is going to lighter area, same as the reference photo. Look at that, how beautiful change we made. And we can add a little bit on the top by dotting. As you can see, very soft. I'm adding a little bit soft tone over the top side lip. That's my favorite way to work with this. Only thing, the last one is, just in case if I want more realistic looking, I'm working with Tombow Mono Zero eraser, and I'm adding some lines on the lip, but only a little bit. Also cross over. If you see it doesn't work for the first time, insist and erase more time on the same place. It should work till the end. Look at that, guys. My lip, my top lip, I love already. It's looking nice, interesting, and also realistic. Let's go further to do the bottom side. If you remember how I start the bottom, the top one, I start with the lighter, which is Deco Pink. I have Deco Pink, very good sharp pencil, guys. And now I will have a little bit more part for the highlights, and I will try to respect this. Why? Because it's more easy than erase after that. So starting from inside, on the line, I'm coming with lines outside, following the reference photo. Of course, very light. I'm checking also for highlights. Where the highlights are, I'm not touching with the pencils on that side. Only very light if I need to add colored parts for the highlights. If you see for the first part of the mouth, close to the line is darker, so also I need to do here in the corner darker, in the middle of the mouth darker. The rest of them I will have highlights like this, like a semi-circle. If I'm happy with the first layer, I can add also the lines for details, just a little bit with this lighter gray or lighter color. Remember guys, you added a little bit graphite on this outline. Don't try to mix together with the graphite pencil with colored pencil. So try to go close with the line, not over the line. Otherwise you will mix together graphite on the top side as well. To postage. As you can see, I have the outline on the bottom side. I can add with light line over this, because always this will be shadowed part, so it's not a problem if I'm adding this designed line. Remember, the bottom side of the bottom lip always is darker and shadowed in the middle. Same as the eye drawing, if you remember, for the eye arch. Same as this one. We need to go sharper to the end of the mouth. Something like this, guys. And now we can push a little bit from decouping inside by lines. In this way, by lines, we can respect the realistic designed lip. Remember guys, this is only the first color. When we finish with all colors we have here, you will see natural and realistic lip. As you can see, following the reference photo, I respect the parts for the highlights. I do my best to don't go there with the colored part of the pencil. Right, let's go to make this more interesting, changing the color. We're going on a darker color, which is bluish pink. We repeat the same step. First, we're starting with this bottom line. As you can see, slowly we add a little bit dark tone, and we go and copy paste as reference photo is. Also, I'm adding this bluish pink from the bottom in outside. If you remember, we have the outline already made. We need to add and mix together the colored pencils in right way. And my way is by layering, always from light to dark. As I told you, we need darker on the corner of the mouth, so we come in with this bluish pink and we add some lines mixed together with the first part, but insist more here in the corner. Of course, remember, we're working very light. And we're going on the other side of the corner. We do the same. As you can see, slowly, leaving the highlights visible, we make this close to the realism. We carry on with the coloring part now, by lines, from the bottom line inside. Make sure for the highlights, we not draw on the highlights part. As you can see, I always rotate the pencil so I can have the sharper part of the pencil. Now we need to build with this pencil a little bit line to make like a double line for this, to make the lip looking realistic and round looking 3D. So we're starting to line only from this part. We're working on a second part for the lip. Always, guys, when you draw colored lip or even in graphite, the bottom lip is lighter than the top one. Any portrait you make, always happen this. We draw a little bit on this side, but you need to draw only by lines, not like this. We not draw long lines, only small one, imitating the realistic photo. If you do this, guys, you will see it's not necessary to erase that much on this part. It's time to change the color of pencil, and I need to go on pink, which is the third one, and of course I'm starting same. Add this harder line from the bottom, but from now I'm not going by line, I'm going by small lines from forwards and backwards like this on the bottom. If I do this with the third color, I will go in close with the reference photo, this part for the lip, with details also. But because it's not big part for the drawing, we're going very light with dots. We're adding a little bit from the middle side of the mouth. We add the necessary shadows, making the lip and the shape of the lip realistic. Adding this shadow inside of the mouth in the middle part, you will see the round part for the lip. It will be different. So now you have a chance, and you will see, you have a time to see my realistic way of drawing. So that's why sometimes one portrait is during 1 month, because of these small details added on my drawings. I like to go as realistic as I can, so why not staying longer? You can add all necessary details. I will come back now for this part with the first pencil, Deco Pink. To carry on with the line, I make a bit longer but lighter. As you can see, if I carry on with Deco, from this point, I'm going from dark to light. But I'll keep the same design of drawing by lines, small lines and dots. As you can see, guys, starting from dark to light. If I'm working with graphite pencil, you already know, we're working light, release the pressure on the pencil. Let's see how we can add dark tone here. I'm changing the pencil on the last one, chestnut. With this I'm going very light by circles, staying on this part of the mouth, on the bottom side of the mouth, very light. Following the reference photo, I'm adding the dark tone only on the middle part, and I release the pencil where I need lighter. Please try to do the same. As you can see, to the end of the mouth is lighter. So we have realistic mouth drawing tutorial by Raul Art. With this one I'm coming to add the necessary lines, which are harder lines and visible for designing the realistic mouth or the lip. Dotting and lining, I will add the necessary details. We are nearly finished this drawing of the mouth, and we're going to carry on with the skin. And this part is really easy to draw, very lighter part, so I will show you how to draw the part shade here and also the top side of the mouth. We're going these lines very light, don't press with the pencil, because if you work with chestnut and if you work by mistake by pressure, it will be darker than necessary. Let's go further to adding the blend part, which is my specialty, making this lip looking round, 3D looking realistic. My way to do is staying on soft makeup brush, and I repeat the same step like this. Starting from the middle of the mouth, I push a little bit, to the bottom side of the lip. As you can see, we're smoothing very nice. If we need darker tone, we can add more light grade here with chestnut, just in case if we need darker. If you're happy with this, you can lay it like this. I will smooth this part for the mouth, making better. And if I come in this bottom side, I can do this even with blending stump, because always this part of the mouth for any portrait you draw, guys, is darker. The middle part for the bottom side of the lip. So that's my way to draw lip. Let's see if I need to add more highlights. And also we need to rebuild the middle part for the line. I'm coming with graphite pencil over this very light, only the outline, so I can blend softer. If I let only the colored pencils, it won't blend very light and softer. If I'm adding a little bit graphite, you will see how softer part for the skin you can make. That's my really favorite trick. When I need to blend and soften my portraits, I'm adding a little bit graphite over the colored pencil. Also, I'm working with HB grade, very light, as you can see. Always a little bit graphite over the colored pencils. Remember, it will smooth your paper. Now, as you can see, if I'm come back for small maker brush or blending stump, the paper becomes softer and also the image. Same with the photo. Look at that, guys, so nice and softer. Only adding a little bit graphite over the colored pencils, you can do this miracle. Or you can try this one as well. Believe me, it really helps. I'm happy with the mouth drawing. And I'm adding a little bit highlights, as I did on the top side. Not too many, because I live with colored pencil drawing. My way to add highlights is by lining over this part of the colored pencils. Remember, if it doesn't work, insist a little bit more with eraser. Should work. I'm very happy with the process of the mouth. We're going further to finish the skin. How to smooth this part of the skin. I will show you today a very nice trick of mine. So I'm coming with HB grade and I'm using this paper. I shade the paper. You will see it's very interesting tip and new way for you to add lighter tone for the skin. It's like the same job if you work with graphite powder or charcoal powder, but now we're working different technique. We don't need the powder. We're working by shade and we use this graphite for skin tone. But if you do this way, guys, you will see how lighter tone you can add on your portrait. That should be alright for the moment because we're using this. I'm using soft tissue and I'm following for the shadows. I cover my finger with tissue. Also you can use toilet paper, guys. And I take from this graphite, blend a little bit. What happens with my tissue, if I blend, I'll take graphite over. Let's see how we can push graphite on the face part to make this looking realistic. Very light, I'm touching and look at it what's happened with the skin without adding the graphite or something. If you stay with me live, you will learn a lot of my tricks and my techniques to draw, guys. Look at that, so nice. I added this part, lighter part for the skin, only doing this. Hopefully you're happy with this part. I love to do this always when I'm struggling with the graphite or something like this, or the dark tone. I do this so I can add lighter skin. I need to come in from this side, so again, I'm coming with this part for the graphite. I blend this part on my tissue or toilet paper. And again, I have graphite. I move the paper and I'm coming lighter to push close to the mouth. Look at that, what's happened now. We build very light skin, which is same as reference photo, guys. We need very light skin on this part. So if you try to work this with graphite pencil, you need to work with 2H, very light. This is my way. You don't need to work with 2H. Try to do this to see if it's work. And I see for me it's work because already the paper changing the color. But remember, you need to learn how to use the tissue to leave this part to work for the graphite. So look at that, guys, how interesting you can add this lighter skin. I love already how it look like, so good luck to you to try this way. If you see this graphite on the paper is gone, try to make another layer, nothing happened. So you can work with more on the face part. I promise you guys, if you stay with me live broadcast on TikTok and YouTube channel, you have to learn a lot of my tricks in realistic drawing to make your job easier. Because I'm working with this way, I can use the same part for the toilet paper if I want, or I can try to make another one. I think nothing happened, but it's better to have always the clean side of the toilet paper, guys. I blend again this, take the graphite on my soft tissue. If I have, I can work with this wherever I want. On the bottom side of the beard, close to the mouth, which is very important, this part will be very lighter. This skin is very light because of the highlights on the face. Only thing now is to add graphite pencil where it's darker tone. And also for detail of the face, you will see, I will show you in a minute. Remember, we need to clean the paper if you work in this way, or if you remember, even with erasers. I'm coming with graphite pencil and I'm adding the dark tone by lighter shade. I'm following the reference photo where I need to add more. Hopefully you like that way to add soft skin, lighter skin. Try to see if you can use and if it's work. Most of the people draw this with 2H because it's very good grade for this layer. But if you do this technique with soft tissue, you can do with HB grade without problem. I'm going now and I'm looking for shadows, building the shape of the face. I need to be careful for the highlights on the beard part, so we'll leave like this. Now I'm staying on HB grade, still I'm happy with the shape of the face. That's why I'm here, guys, to show you how to work in the right way with suppliers, how you need to change the grade of the pencil, how to shade, blend, everything you need to know to draw a portrait, a realistic portrait. Let's see what's happened if I come in with shade on this part. You know already my way to shade. I'm working with soft tissue. Thank you very much, George. What about you like it? The way of this with graphite? I like to, my friend. During the process, I will discover and I will reveal more of my secrets, guys. If you come with me, you will find always interesting tips to work more easy. Let's shade this one by small circles and very light. Remember, don't go more inside where the highlights are. We're staying to build the same part. We're just looking to smooth the paper, nothing else. As you can see, slowly we can add necessary details, making this looking realistic. need to add a little bit shadows on this part, so I'm working in layers, and you know already my way to work layers. I'm going always half part of the first layer. So if I started this layer here, I'm going next layer half part of this shade. In this way we still have the gradients, which is very good for the portrait. I need to change the position of the pencil to add the necessary outlines. And now I can add a little bit dark tone on the line, making this round 3D. Remember, if you need to shade darker tone in small parts, don't use soft tissue or toilet paper. You can lightly work with cotton buds, or in my case, soft makeup brush. I'm working with soft makeup brush, and I push this graphite inside of the skin part, making this shadowed. As you can see, I'm losing the graphite inside of the face part, and we build this part for the shadow. Which is the shadow part from the hair, and also the shape of the face. I can add even the small details of the shadows with this smooth brush. Also, the bottom side of the mouth always is a bit darker than the face. But remember, if you work light, you will achieve great results. If you press with any supplier you have, you will make harder job twice. Sometimes you need to erase, and if you already draw the skin, it's not really good to erase after that. I will teach you how to build this part for the face, looking realistic with these highlights, and also the important part for the top side of the mouth. And we're finished for today. Don't worry about these parts, they will be erased and we rebuild again, but we need to make the perfect skin, so we need to add all necessary details. If I need to come in darker for this part, I'm coming with one more grade of HB grade. As you can see, I can build any shadows I like, step by step. I'm using this soft brush, very light, to adding the necessary dark tone. How smooth you're going with the shade, guys, the close to the perfection you're going. Now I will show you how to build this. I have already graphite on my soft makeup brush, and I'm dotting with this to make this part for the mouth. Always this is here, any mouth have this. So as I told you, we don't need necessarily to work with pencils to do the small parts for the details. We can do even with soft suppliers like makeup brush. And I'm adding a little bit of shadow with this, building the perfect skin close to the mouth and nose. Look at that, how small and perfect I did this. Already my mouth is looking 3D realistic by these details. Siemeni formigai vielä. Se pikano host. As you can see, very nice designed. I'm coming with small circles, adding a little bit dark tone only on this part. Let's see what's happened. And I'm losing the graphite here. Start again, and I repeat the same steps till I'm happy with the shadow made. But as I told you guys, let me show you the reference picture. Look at it, how soft and light we need to work. So it's not really necessary for the graphite pencil on this part. Look at the mouth and the top side, and we're working on the shadows also. My way to add lighter tone, skin tone, is with this soft makeup brush, and if you remember, I do graphite on the paper, and after that I'm working with soft tissue. Now this part is very interesting to make this beautiful shape of the face. She's a very beautiful actress, so we need to draw same as it is. That's my realistic drawing, guys. It's photorealistic drawing, and everything I see in the photo, as you can see, I can draw on my picture, on my paper. If you're interested to buy from me my artwork, have a look on Pinterest, select yours, and let me know, and I will deliver for free. We're talking about the delivering and the prices as well. So look at that, how soft I need to go now, close to the nose. Build this losing part for the graphite. Look at that, I love this. So we need to carry on to add the shadows parts for the nose. I'm staying on this soft brush to see if I have more graphite here, so I can carry on with this part for the shadow. Yes, I have, very light, so it's not necessary for graphite pencil. Try to do this way of drawing. If you can do with soft makeup brush, it's not really necessary always to use graphite pencil. A graphite pencil sometimes is not working like we want. It's not the lighter part for the skin that we're looking for. So always we check with soft makeup brush, and this you build beautiful gradient, guys, I'll promise. If you try to learn this way, you will be very happy with the shape and shadows. If I can do, you can do, guys. Thank you very much for your time today. So this is our time for drawing. Tomorrow we start to draw the crown, which I prepared already my pencil. And I have pomegranate crown drawing. It's pomegranate, Tuscan red, indigo blue and black. We need to mix them together to achieve the perfect color for the crown. If you want to work with me, this portrait realistic, stay with me and you have a chance to learn more. Remember, we need to add pores on the skin, but it's not time to add this one now. We'll take care of the crown tomorrow, and when we finish the crown, we're going to add the pores, the necessary pores on the face. Also the necessary highlights to make this looking perfect. Take care, guys. See you tomorrow with the next lesson. Dacci mi fammi cangiare